The World Health Organization, owned by or run by, not least through funding, Gates, i.e. the Rockefellers, came out with the COVID narrative and said that the Chinese way of dealing with it, i.e. draconian lockdown, was the way to do it. If you remember, very early on, the platforms of Silicon Valley, who love me, of course, and
us too,
and they said Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, run by Susan Wojcicki, who has to go before Nuremberg, so does Zuckerberg, and because they're denying informed consent, blatantly, on purpose. They said, what we're going to do is censor those that challenge the World Health Organization narrative and any national medical system narrative, which is actually just the World Health Organization narrative. Now, if you didn't know about the web, you'd say, well, that's ridiculous. These are media platforms that are supposed to have been created to share opinion and to share information. Why would they do that? But then you realize, if you understand the web, that this web cult not only owns the World Health Organization, it created it through the Rockefellers, but it also created and owns, if the truth be told, the Silicon Valley social media and search engine and video platforms like YouTube. So suddenly it makes absolute sense. This arm of the cult is defending the narrative of this arm of the cult from exposure for the lies that it is. Then you have the big pharma cartel. You've got your Pfizer, your Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, all these people. They go to the so-called government regulators like the CDC in America, the FDA and the MHRA in Britain, and they ask for permission, first of all, to use their fake jab, and then to use it on lower and lower age groups. And you know, the odd delay might happen, but you know they're going to get it. You know they're going to get it. Why? Because Big Pharma is not only owned by the cult, it was created by it via the Rockefeller family originally, but your CDC and your FDA and your MHRA in Britain, they're also owned by the cult. And thus, what you're seeing is the cult in the form of Big Pharma asking permission from the cult in the form of these so-called regulatory agencies to advance the agenda of the cult. And this is why you know they're going to get permission for these things. And once you realize how all these things are, all these organizations are connected, then the penny drops. And one of the things they've been doing, and because they've been preparing this for a long time, is they've been putting all these key people in positions of power just for this moment. For instance, as we speak, there's a guy, Prime Minister of Italy, called Mario Draghi, who, I mean, if it's true that when they're talking about your ears burning, well, his ears must have been burning when a lot of my books came out, because he's a real cult operative in the European Central Bank, which he ran, in the Bank of Italy, Goldman Sachs and all that stuff. And just at this time that they're doing this fascist targeting of the non-vaxxed in Italy, he's prime minister, unelected, by the way. So these people are not there by accident, just like Biden's not there by accident.
Hi, it's Brian Rose from London Real. You probably know that we've just recently been re-platformed on YouTube after 25 months completely in the dark. The truth is, I really need your help. What I really need you to do is click on that subscribe button right now, like this video, and maybe even leave a comment or share the link with friends. We're really fighting against an algorithm that's tried to keep us quiet for so long. And the more subscribers we have, the more people watch our content, the better guests we can bring you, the better content, and we can continue transforming lives. We've been doing this for 14 years now. I want to do this for another 14 years, but I really need your help. So click on that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, share this, and we're going to continue to bring you more and more great content. Thank you. Most people will never see this opportunity. Dubai luxury transformation projects have historically delivered 40 to 90% annual returns. That is incredible. These were once reserved only for insiders with access. I spent 15 years on Wall Street and I learned this: the biggest returns always go to the people who get the call first. Now, you finally can. We've just received a brand new project with major upside potential. Allocations move fast. Click the link, apply now, and speak to my team. This is your chance to see what others never will.